All right, so weight compared to the gold one, it's a little heavier actually. I don't know if it's enough to really say, but here's something I thought was interesting. I got this one in 21. They printed 21 on this one, even though I've not had it that long, so that's cool. Just for a quick comparison, so of these cards, I'm going to rank them on which one's more heavier and which one's kind of flimsy. So the American Express is definitely a little heavier than the gold. The platinum is a little heavier than the gold. This one is actually heavier than both of them, so we're going to put it down here. That's the new X1 card, and it has pretty good benefits. My two chase cards are of the thinnest and smallest cards I've got. They are not very good. And then the Apple card, yeah, it's going to outweigh everybody. And the reason the Apple card has this, where none of them have it, is because, you know, it's solid metal. There's no NFC built in. There is the chip here, but there's no NFC or any of that. They don't have to do all that. Whereas these, when they put NFC in it, I mean, you can't actually see the NFC logo on that one, but here's one. You put the NFC in it, I mean, that's your logo to let you know that you've got it. And basically the way it works is that there's a little chip that attaches to this, or a wire that attaches to this chip and goes to the back side of the card where your NFC chip sits. And so they have to wrap both pieces of the card, both the front and the back, in plastic so that the wire can travel around and, you know, not conduct with the metal, I guess. But it really makes for a poor design. I mean, they've really, in my opinion, ruined what a metal card should be about. So there's your comparison. Now let's talk about reward rates. So the new platinum card, well, it's not new, it's new to me, is more about travel. But it's a travel card. You don't really earn a whole lot. You earn 5% on flights booked directly with the flight, you know, company. If you want to earn anything on hotels, you have to book it through Amex Travel. So, you know, their hotel collection or whatever, and not everything's on there. So you can't just go on there and book a hotel. I mean, it's not that easy. It has to be within their luxury hotel collection. But you can earn 5% on that as well, but maybe not. And that's it. I mean, you get 1% for every dollar spent. And then, I'm just talking about rewards. There are a lot of other benefits. This card, when I applied, had 6 months of 10% restaurants. So I'm going to be burning that up for the next 6 months because I do a lot of eating. So that's just me. But you may not always get that. That was an introductory offer, and after 6 months, it goes away. Now, there are other benefits that kind of justify the big, huge annual fee on this card. Most expensive card I've ever had. Those are like, for me, I mean, there's a lot of other stuff, but for me, there's the Sirius XM credit of $240 a year. So you get your free Sirius XM pretty much. There is Uber Eats credits of $15 a month, except for in December, it's $35. There are a lot of different. Walmart Plus, they cover the monthly cost of Walmart Plus, so it's $155 a year is what it comes out to be. But if you pay for Walmart Plus yearly, it's only $98. So I only counted $98 on this one. There are just, you know, a lot of different things on this card that stack up. There are some other things like a $200 airline credit. That's kind of a gimmick. It doesn't go toward airline tickets. It goes toward upgrades, baggage claim, you know, purchases on the plane, stuff like that. And I don't do any of that. I mean, if I book a flight, I book first class, it's got 2 free check bags, and then off we go. I don't need to buy anything else. So like the $200 airline credit is going to be kind of pointless on this one for me. So I don't count that. And then there's also Saks Fifth Avenue. They give you $100 a year to spend there. I don't really shop there, so no. There are other things as well, but a lot of benefits with this card that kind of make it worth what it costs. I mean, there are free benefits as well. So like National Rental Car, you get Executive Elite. Hertz, you get Gold status. Marriott and Hilton, you get whatever their second tier status is. And those are things that don't cost. Like usually to get those, you have to spend money with the companies, and without having to spend money, you just get the card and say, hey, I got it. The American Express is Gold is a little different, and I like this one just because of what it has to offer. So just like the other card, it does have some benefits that are not rewards related. $10 a month Uber credit that can go toward Uber or Uber Eats. Same with the other one. So you can actually stack the two and get $25 a month off of, just Uber. You get 4% or 4 times, they say. I count it as percent because I'm always a 1-to-1 redemption kind of person. If I can't redeem my points for 1-to-1, I don't want it. So 4%, restaurants, supermarkets, and food delivery like Uber and DoorDash. Trying to think, is there any others? I don't think so. 1% on everything else. This one has a lot less perks, but I mean, this one is $6.95 a year, and this one is $2.50 a year. And I am taking advantage of the retention offer on this one currently, so I'll get $200 in points after spending $2,000. That's, whatever, I'll do it. This one is still my favorite card. This is the new X1. I've talked about it a little bit in the past. It is not solid metal, although it kind of looks like it. It is still wrapped in plastic and laser engraved. This is a laser engraving. It's not, that's the actual metal of the card under there. It's here as well. But the X1 card has a base earning rate of 2% cash back for every dollar spent. However, they're more of a loyalty kind of card. So the more you use it, the more you get. So once you spend $15,000 in the first year, or in the current year, they'll up that rewards rate to 3% cash back on everything, every single purchase. I have been burning this card up. I pay all of my business bills with it and everything. I amass about $600 a month just in business bills cash back with this card. And I have been using it. I bought a MacBook Pro, a Mac Mini. I paid for my flight to go to Maine on vacation. I have bought 2 of these Bose sound speakers. And I currently have $2,200 worth of points sitting there. So this is it. And then there are also options to get more reward rates. So you can actually up it to 4% cash back by referring people. Now, that worked great for the first couple of months, but they limit how many people you can refer. I got 12 a year, and only 4 of my 12 were approved. I lost the other invites because those people were declined. So I only got 4 months of times 4, and now we're back down to times 3. But even at times 3, it's definitely worth it. Now, point redemption is a little strange. You can redeem it for anything, any purchase, but it's only worth 7 cents or 0.7 cent, 0.7 cent per dollar or per point. However, there are other categories that are 1-to-1, so 1 cent per point. Those categories are American Airlines, Bose, Sony, Xbox, stuff like that. There's a whole list of things on their website that count 1-to-1, and then there are others that only count 0.7. Still my favorite card, even though I have these, what they consider premium luxury cards. This has no annual fee and is able to do all that. And it's still my daily driver because of that. Plus, you get a pretty high limit. Now, these don't have a limit, so, you just kind of go with them. They're charge cards. This one does have a limit. It started out at $25,000, and it's supposed to go up over time. I've only had the card for about 8 months, so no overtime for me just yet on that one. But definitely my favorite card. I got this one, Amazon Prime card, just because like I've always wanted the Amazon Prime card. I've been a member of Amazon for years, and I've always seen it and I was like, I need that. It's a metal card. Used to, it didn't come with this NFC chip, and it used to be a solid metal card like the Apple card. So to me, it was worth a lot. I got it. It's whatever. I mean, like 5% back at Whole Foods and Amazon. And I think there are some other rewards. I don't actually remember, maybe 2% on gas or something like that. You can see that on the Amazon website. The rewards don't stack up against this one. Nothing stacks up against this one. So, I mean, other than like 4% here on some sections, and then the new 10% for 6 months on this one, I'm going to be using that for food, supermarkets, and then everything else. This one, I don't use it. I've actually never slid this card. I use it at Amazon.com, and that's it. 5% at Amazon.com. And on Prime Day, I got 10%, so that was cool. But other than that, it's whatever. This is one of my first signature cards, the Chase Sapphire Preferred. This was supposed to be a luxury travel card, or well, not really luxury, but travel card. $95 annual fee. And it's kind of the same as the American Express. I mean, you can earn up to 5% cash back on hotels, rental cars, all that. You have to book it through the Chase portal. You can't do it. You can't use it direct at the rental car agencies. If you do, you just get like 1%. It's not worth it. I don't use this card. Actually, the only reason I ever used this card was to rent a car, because it has the collision damage waiver built in. And a lot of cards have that now, so it doesn't really serve a huge purpose, and I haven't used it since I worked at Enterprise. And then the Apple card. I don't use this card at all anymore. It was actually my second metal card, but my first metal card that was actually metal. And, the usual 1% on all purchases, 2% using Apple Pay, 3% at select merchants and Apple. And you have to use Apple Pay in order to get that. Yeah, my phone's ringing. It's just a telemarketer. So this one has a 0 annual fee, and it's a good card to have. I have a decent size limit on it, which did not start that way. I think I started at like $3,500, and eventually it went up to dang, why don't you just be loud over there? Eventually it went up to currently $19,000. So that's a pretty good limit, I would say. But I've learned that you can go much higher now with Apple. So 0 annual fee, $95 annual fee, 0 annual fee, 0, $250, $695. It's kind of a high annual fee for these. And I'll be honest with you, everybody was like, you got to get a platinum. You got to get a platinum. Okay. I mean, the only reason that I justified it was because all of the stuff that I can get for free, stuff that I already pay for, SiriusXM, stuff like that, Walmart Plus. That's the only reason that I thought, I guess it'd be worth it, because I already pay for these things. I can pay this company an annual fee and get those things for free, but I also get some other benefits that don't have a dollar value, like the Marriott, Hilton, National, and they have Avis as well, but I didn't sign up for Avis because they're kind of a crappy company. But anyway, I thought it might be worth that. Still going to daily drive the X1, and until I find something better, I did come across a new card from Wells Fargo. The Wells Fargo Signature? No. Autograph? Autograph. That's what it's called. And they do have a lot of select categories that give 3%, but it's not all categories. And that's kind of my thing. Like, if I can find something better than the X1, I'll definitely give it a try, but I think the X1 has got it. So the whole point of the video was to talk about the new Amex card that I just got. And it has a ton of benefits, and I couldn't remember what they all were, so I thought maybe I would just go here and make a quick video reading them off to you. So you get your sign-up bonus. On this, it says 100,000 points after spending $6,000. Mine was actually 125,000 points after spending $6,000. You can you can mess around with that a little bit and get a better deal. So, don't just settle for the lowest you can get. Then you get 5 points per dollar with flights booked directly with airlines or on American Express Travel. And then it's got a limit of 500,000 a year, which, I mean, if you're spending that kind of money, holy jeez. Earn 5 points per dollar on prepaid hotels booked through American Express Travel. So, like I said earlier, I tried to book a hotel using that just to see if I could get the 5 points, and it wasn't listed. And I was like, that's interesting. So, for the most part, Marriott are on there, which is usually what I stay at anyway. So I picked a Marriott, and even though on the Marriott website it was available on Amex Travel, it was not. So said it was sold out and just didn't work. So didn't work for me. You get your $200 Uber Cash. That's just I've been using that. They give you their annual fee credit for $200 on airlines. That's, like I said earlier, that's kind of a gimmick. I mean, it doesn't count toward airfare. It only counts toward upgrades and purchases, and you would never purchase anything unless you're just going crazy with alcohol, like maybe, but that's pretty much it. 200 back in statement credits each calendar year for fine resorts. So, like, if it's on the hotel collection, then you can book. And then, the hotel collection is mainly big cities like New York City and Miami and stuff like that. They're not going to find one in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Like I like to go there occasionally, but you're not going to find a fine hotel that you can book and then get your $200 statement credit. So, the TSA pre-check, that's something I'll definitely be using. And then they have this clear membership, $189 per year. Apparently, $189 is the cost of the clear membership. The only thing is here we don't have that, and I don't frequently go through an airport that has clear, so it's kind of pointless. $300 Equinox. I think that's like a gym membership or something. We don't have that here either, so won't be using that. They claim $155 annually for Walmart Plus, but if you paid for Walmart Plus annually, it's only $98. So I only count that worth $98. $300 credit toward SoulCycle. I guess that's if you're into that. I'm not, so whatever. $100 at Saks Fifth Avenue. I'm going to try to take advantage of that, just because it's $100. I mean, $50 every 6 months. So, but just, why not? If I can, at the very least, if I can get something off of there and get $50 off and then go list it on eBay at retail, like I just made $50. So that's kind of the plan. $20 per month in statement credits at any one of these eligible things. So Audible, Disney Plus, the Disney Bundle, ESPN, Hulu, Peacock, and SiriusXM. Oh, and the New York Times, if you count that. I'm going to use mine for SiriusXM. I do have 2 vehicles that have SiriusXM in it, and actually it doesn't quite total $20 a month at this point, but it's good enough for me, I guess. And when they do actually go up to the price, then here's the lounge access. This is one of those features. It's like you just get it because you have the card. It doesn't really have, I guess it does have a monetary value, but it doesn't have a monetary value, in my opinion. Same with Gold Elite status with Marriott and Hilton. And then you get your Avis, National, and Hertz rental perks. They don't cost anything. You can't go buy those benefits, but you get them by having the card. And then, there's these protection programs, which I've heard good things about. But I've not really ever used that. And then your ShopRunner membership. I've always had ShopRunner, so it was kind of like one more thing I don't have to pay for. So, yeah. And then this just breaks down everything. You can go to this website if you want to look more into it. The Points Guy. And it's a pretty useful resource to get information about the cards.